But again, you know, our guys competed. They competed hard. We tried to play downhill as much as possible. But, you know, only 8 free throw attempts, I guess. It wasn't good enough. We weren't playing as physical as we normally do, which in my mind I thought we were.
Earlier in the year in this matchup, I know Wood had a couple big rebounding games. He's not available. Vanderbilt not available. What were you trying to figure out in terms of the glass and then still, you know, get the whittle the rotation down a little bit as you did today?
You know, just they put a lot of pressure on you, man, with the lineup that they have. You know, they're going through some injury issues as well, but you know, they have a big physical lineup. That lineup of Book, O'Neal, Bobo, KD, and Nurk. You know, they that's a huge lineup, and that's very skilled as well. So just try to tighten up, play guys a little bit longer. A got in some early foul trouble, so we had to mix and match some pieces. But you know, all in all, just trying to slow them down. Those 2 heads of the snake in terms of Book and Durant.
Darvin, kind of twofold. You mentioned the free throws. I think 8 is a season low for you guys in attempts. Did you feel like frustration with the officiating set in for your guys in terms of transition and different things like that at moments?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, you know, it seems that the whistle for us is quick. You know, we're playing defense, or we play good defense, someone falls down, missed a shot, as we're getting a rebound, the whistle goes off. So it's just, you know, and I'm not one to use referees as an excuse, I should say. But it's becoming increasingly tough because of the inconsistency. I'm seeing our guys get the same contact on them as we're supposedly committing, and the whistle is not being blown. And that's something we focus on, is like trying to win the free throw line every game. And so that's tough. When I'm telling my guys to drive downhill, you know, we're trying to love and live in the paint, and, you know, you're not getting calls. I see guys with their hands in our guys' ribs, or swinging, swiping at their heads, trying to block the shot, but not getting the ball, but getting a piece of the body. And it's not being called. As simple as that. So we have to figure out ways to, you know, not let that be a problem. But it's tough. Again, it's frustrating when it's not inconsistent. When there's so much inconsistency.
The other thing I'd ask is, when you fall behind 20 in the first quarter, like, I mean, obviously the margins get really, really tight in games, but you guys had a couple of really big shots. The D'Lo in the corner, he misses a 3. Grayson Allen comes back, he hits one. LeBron had a drive, I think, when you guys were down 5 or 6. Ball bounces in and out.
Yeah.
Suns come back, hit 2 big threes. Is that just kind of is that basketball gods, or some type of thing?
It's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. We got great looks. The coaching staff and I were just talking about that. Spencer had some really good looks. D'Lo had some good looks. As you mentioned, Bron, we had guys, you know, TP, you know, Bobo's closeout. I think he did actually tip the ball, though, but AR, I mean, we had guys that had some good looks, and at times I felt like we held the ball a little bit too much, didn't play with enough pace in the half court, but all that said, you know, you just got to go back, look to the drawing board, look at the film, see where you can get better, and keep working, man. Keep chipping at the rock.
AD had a quiet first half, but really got going in that second half. What did you make of his performance tonight, and kind of what were you seeing, I guess, that was limiting him in that first half?
Big body, skilled, knows how to work his angles. Is always going to him recalibrating after having a tough first half and stepping his game up, doing what great players do. Really start attacking the glass, rebounding-wise, and trying to play more toward the paint. And I think that got going, and a couple of offensive rebounds, you know, it was able to get him in a good rhythm, and then his mid-range shots started going down. So he just kept fighting through the individual adversity and adversity for our team, you know, just trying to be aggressive and trying to find offense and again, withstand the onslaught of firepower that Phoenix presents.
When you guys are trapped in or having AD come up higher in pick and rolls, just how much more focus does that put on the low man, or even maybe your undersized guys on the back line?
So you have to be on point, you know, with your off-ball defense. As we always talk about shifts in activity. What's happening on the ball definitely triggers the guys that's off the ball. You know, we have our MIG, our most important.
Get him up to speed and get him into rhythm. But you've also had Max, who's been an important part of your rotation for the last 20 games. There's only so many minutes. What's kind of the decision making with those two guys, and is that a tough line to walk?
It's tough. I mean, because A got in the early foul trouble. It kind of altered our rotation because of the size they had out there, right? And so we try to have it at either Bron or AD on the floor at all times, if not both of them. And so Bron had to run a longer stretch. AD get in early foul trouble. Came in and impacted the game in a positive way. But it's just something we're going to have to figure out. That's what we get paid to do, figure those things out, and we'll put our heads together and again, we come in with a plan, well thought out plan, but things happen within the game and circumstances change. And so that was basically an example of that in the first half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
So,